Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eltimar, and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we finished up Chili Creek. I didn't go to the Hollow Tree because apparently I just didn't remember to do that, but that's okay. It doesn't really make much of a difference. We've done Polaris Fall. We haven't done the Ineluctable Prison yet. We'll get to that eventually. We haven't done the Valley of Temples. I guess we could do that for Land's Quest. He said, sort of half-heartedly. Where's the Ineluctable Prison open right now? It's way over here. We're not anywhere close to that. So that's not important. Where else can we go? Core of the Riddle? We can't do Core of the Riddle yet because we don't have the tiles for it. I guess we could come over here and start to move towards the prison. Or we could... Wait, where's... Yeah, let's go trap for the other. Let's go all the way down here. Let's go deal with Darren's quest. It's a bit of a journey, but who cares? We'll get a good rest on the way. Hopefully get rid of some of these drains, although we can just restore them if they don't go away. Evade. Don't want to fight. Don't care about fighting. Characters are all fatigued. We'll save, just in case, but we're going straight till when we get exhausted. Keep going. No stopping. All gas, no... Wait a minute. Might as well grab that while we're there. Where were we headed again? Trap for the other. Probably have to go around this way. We actually might need to get through that fort, it looks like. That's okay. We can do that. We have an army nearby, which just got some more troops because I forgot that there's other armies moving to join them. So we have a pretty sizable force, I think. If we take a look at our army, Alpha Force. It's a level 9 army now, with like a level 20 general. Going this way, we're gonna knock out some of these guys and take that fort, because I think we need to get to the fort to do the thingy-mabob. Blow everyone up. It's like we don't even need an army half the time. We now have 44 assassins, by the way, which is a lot of assassins, but we're going to still hold out a little bit. Let them come to us. That way we don't get hit and lose units stupidly. Just killing shears. And the assassins are going in, I guess, from that way. What happened to your teleporting? Whatever. Blow up. 500 conscripts. We had a much larger army before. Gelfrey deserves to lose if she managed to mess it up with that army. I left her a huge force. She really could have won the whole war with it, honestly. Oh, these are Muracks. Switching for ice instead. Okay, problem solved. That was very easy. A demon who reigned here worshipped neither Baphomet nor Discari. With the help of his minions, he had built himself a little fort and used it as a base to mistreat many captured mortal slaves. That's kind of mean of him. We can get inspiration or intimidation. Inspiration it is. Must get called lightning, but I don't care about that. I don't think we need this last fort to get there, hopefully. We should probably build something in Tyrant's Keep, though. For that sweet logistics. Let's just build another champion garrison. Although we're building too many of these now, so the next fort we take, we'll do the 4 basic ones again. So that we can get more assassins, archers, soldiers, that thing. That sort of thing. That army's fine. Oh, we can buy troops. Can we buy good troops? Oh, we can buy some Hell Knights. They're expensive. Let's buy the normal things first. Buying this, and that, and that. We're gonna run out of money. Oh, right, they can't join. Okay, this is Reinforcement Army 1 going down all the way to here for our main force. It's a bit of a trip. And we need these guys. And now we're poor. In fact, we didn't buy everything. So let's buy some resources. We have lots of money anyways. I'm just gonna spend like... I'm gonna buy like 50,000. You might be like, that's an insane amount. What am I gonna use gold for at this point? There's literally nothing I want to buy. Maybe like a belt for like 100,000. Like a belt of physical perfection. But other than that, there's really nothing that we want at all. We do want to buy some mercs though. So 13 Hell Knights is pretty good. I'll buy those. We'll hit search. See if we can't get something else too. That sucks. Guess we can get 17 Hell Knights. They're expensive, but they're okay, I guess. I'll just get them. 30 Hell Knights is, I guess, what we're going to be dealing with here to join this other army. We didn't get any Signifiers or Hedge Knights, which is a little disappointing, honestly. Alright, well, that cavalry army will just have to wait for more troops, I guess. Let's continue on the way. What's this army giving us if we kill it? 40,000 experience. Sure, why not? We're right there, we might as well kill it. Get it out of the way, you know? It's not like it stands any chance at all against us. Actually pretty tough. Demons here. Killed most of the Vrolikai, killed all of the Succubi. It summoned some Glabrazoos. Murdering all those. Not murdering all... There we go, murdering all those. Let's go kill these first. Two paladins technically died, but they're fine. They've regenerated. Alright. Got some experience. Let's move on. I guess we're going this way. That leads to the prison or this army. Let's take on the army. Make a nice clear path for our heroes to get through. I guess. A bone dragons. Oh, I can't hit both arm sides. Whites or whites. We could firestorm it, but that's a lot of mana. In retrospect, we might have wanted to firestorm it, but that's fine. How fast are these things? They're fairly slow. Let's wait. Okay, they've grouped up. They can reach our paladins next turn, but nobody else. And if we back up our paladins, they can't hit anyone else. So let's just pull back. Don't do anything. Pull back. Stay here. Save ourselves a little bit of death. Get another fireball out there, deal some damage. And then wait for them to come to us. Alright, they're here. There's still 400 in that squad, that's quite a few. We'll just deal with this first army first. What can we do to this guy? $104 damage is not bad. Okay, let's try and kill this one off. We're definitely gonna have to fight some whites in melee. Let's contain him. Don't want him to move into our archers at the very least. Maybe we leave our conscripts out of this too. 9 paladins ate it, but that's fine. We're good. Let's just blast him and get him done here. That was a terrible roll for damage on that. down to 76. Lost 10 conscripts, that's not a big deal. And that's the end of the fight. That was a bunch of whites. 900-ish whites. It's quite a few. But they're all dead now, so it doesn't matter. Everyone is dead that needed to be dead. We got 15,000 finance points for that. That's good. What do you got? Energy points. What do you got? Material and energy points. Material points. Material points. And another fort we can take. Can we reach that fort? No. Alright, moving our heroes towards the trap for the other. We need to go to the Berryhill Shrine and grab that for the Forgotten Secrets, I believe. Although I think there's ghosts there that we have to deal with. I remember there being something related to ghosts in that region. Okay, we're gonna save and head in. This could be an area where we lose Darren, potentially, so I don't want that to happen. He is our best healer, and we have no one to replace him at the moment. Could we use Soziel? Kinda. Would we want to use Soziel? No, not really. Not even a little bit, honestly.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
So we're gonna have to fight the... We're gonna have to do this carefully. I might have to do it the conversation options a couple times to make sure that we get it right. Alright, saving. Putting you on your mount, I guess. All my skills are messed up again. No.
No reason to pause.
Probably do some other buffs though. So lead blades. That one. This one. This one.
Rely on me.
I will prove my worth.
This one. That one. This one.
You are my favorite egg.
I'm up for an adventure.
Animal growth. Did it make it bigger? Technically? I guess. Doesn't look much bigger, but fair enough. Alright. What else can we do? Bit of fun to keep ourselves alive. We'll get some displacement on our main character. Just in case he ends up the one being hit. Haste. Alright, good enough. I think that's what we're gonna have to deal with here. Leoder plays his role perfectly. He stands before the improvised place of execution, formidable and emotionless, like the living embodiment of inescapable retribution. Commander, I'm glad to see that you held up your end of the deal. The Mendev Inquisition thanks you. We'll take custody of the criminal now. It's hard to read anything on Darren's face. My, what a curious installation. Count Arenday, the Mendev Inquisition finds you guilty of treason, criminal links to demonic cults, orchestrating the murders of several of this country's citizens, who were killed and decapitated by you or your accomplices in Canaveras and a range of other places. I, Leoder Hawkbane, Inquisitor and Exterminator of the demonic blight, by grace of the Inheritor, have been granted or been authorized to carry out the sentence. Death by fire. With the permission of the Commander, we will begin. Darren darts a glance at you, seemingly at a loss for words. I bluff, lie, I've never cared about you. I'll hand you over to the Inquisition without a second thought. The Inquisitor seems to be listening to something only he can sense, gives you a subtle nod. It appears everything is going as planned. The rest of your companions exchange bewildered glances but keep watching without a word, understanding that something unusual is about to happen. Darren seems shaken by your words. He looks away for a moment, then asks with feigned glee, "Burning at the stake, A trifle old-fashioned, but I thought you'd offer something a little more sophisticated for your noble clientele. But what interests me most is what your role in all of this is, Eltimar." The Count is obviously trying his best to mask his emotions, but his voice betrays him, a slight waver, as if he cannot believe what is happening. My role? I was the one who reached out to the Inquisition and asked them to investigate you. Like a fool, you followed me, yet all the while I knew that I would soon throw you to the Church's slavering hounds. Leader's face expresses undisguised approval. He shifts his stance, readying himself to fight. Darren parts his lips to say something, then presses them into a thin line, restraining himself. It is good that we have finally had an honest conversation. I've always appreciated honesty in people. Leodor stands motionless like a statue. He stares at you expectantly, as if asking your permission to continue. You are not my friend or my ally. You're just a bargaining chip. I'll have forgotten you entirely by the time the first of your blackened ashes are carried off by the winds of the world wound. Leader gives you a barely perceptible nod. A circle of runes starts to glow faintly at his feet. Darren listens to your words, never taking his eyes off your face, and only when you're about to finish, so does he finally break. With a shudder, he averts his eyes, avoiding looking at anyone. His voice sounds hoarse. So this is how it ends. I suppose I deserve this, don't I? If you walk through life without showing any compassion or gratitude to anyone, it's highly unreasonable to expect someone to show compassion towards you. Sorry, I've neither the time nor the strength to continue this conversation any longer. Do what you have to do, Eltimar, and... He pauses for a moment, mustering his courage. I must warn you, there is someone who may be severely displeased by your attempt to kill me. Someone dangerous. Prepare yourself. There's a palpable shift in the surroundings. Everything seems to tremble, like the moment before a thunderstorm. There are no bolts of lightning or rolls of thunder, but the sensation of some malicious presence, enraged and bewildered, rings through the air. We did it, Commander. It's coming, right into our trap. A scream of a dozen voices, soundless but powerful, drills into your ears and resounds over the land. The ritual circle, drawn by the Inquisitor, flares to life. Alright, we're gonna have to try this fight again. We definitely died. Swarm enemies are annoying to deal with.
Sway from my path.
What can we do?
Anything new?
Weird isn't gonna work. Tsunami isn't gonna be great. We're gonna cast a bunch of Sirocos, of course, to start the fight with. It seems to be the best way to get some damage going. We're gonna have to spread our group out because... Hold it there.
You require my unbiased opinion?
I think this might be a fight, actually, one of the rare fights that I don't use turn-based combat. We're gonna put all of them up. We're gonna need them all. You might be like, that seems like it's overkill. You're wrong. This thing is a tough fight. And unfortunately, we start like dead in front of it. And it has lots of AoE spells. Keep going, come on. Okay, that's every single Sirocco we've got. We're gonna save, and then we're gonna go in. We're gonna choose all the bluff options. I've already read them before, so... Blah, 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 blah. It's gonna start right here, and we're gonna... I think it starts paused, hopefully.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
We need to get away from it as much as possible. So our main character and Arushla, and Seela can go in. Of the things that don't work against this thing, Freebooter's Bane, Smite Evil, Mark of Justice, Challenge Evil. None of those things work, so don't bother trying. I'm going to spread people out, because I need these people not to die independently. And we're going to try and get some Hellfire Rays going. By the way, our main character is not going to do any damage in this fight at all. In fact, he is entirely worthless. Also, Magic Missile I don't think does anything on this fight, so we're going to switch up to her automatic thing being like Ray of Frost or something, but we're going to start casting different spells instead. Doesn't really matter anyways, we're going to do that. Okay, we're doing some okay damage. Ember can't move at the moment. That's not ideal. We don't have a lot of healing either, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna set this as her auto-cast spell if she ever gets back up. Okay. So the first round of the fight we're good. We got through it, and everyone's kind of alive. It offers you the chance for power if you let it free, or refusing. This is where we got last time. And then we died.
Guide my blade.
And unfortunately, Ember is still down and out. Shout Greater did kind of screw us over there. We are held. The other is taking a bunch of damage from Circo, which is really the only thing that's keeping us alive. It's not even in the right place. I think Ember's down. I will take any casualties necessary to win this fight. We can always raise dead later. Nenio's down. And so is Ember. Now we're just waiting for Circo or us to win. It's a toss-up at this point. Here's hoping that Circo wins. All those freaking con drains. We do have last stand still. We're gonna win, I think. The amount of casualties is gonna be pretty high, but that's okay. Everyone get out of the cloud kill if you can. I think we just talked to Leota, but we're gonna wait for all of these spells to go away first. All the cloud kills and all the circles. Everyone's still here. I'm gonna quick save because technically we won, and I'm okay with that. We can res everyone else. Darren wraps his arms around himself for a moment, clutching his shoulders. With a slightly crazed look in his eyes, he surveys the area, his gaze never resting on anything in particular. His lips move, but no sound comes out. At last, the Count says, "It's over." I hope it is. The Commander and I spared no effort to home in on this entity, and then to lure it into a trap. I assume now you understand the real reason behind everything we put you through, Count. I'm especially proud of my overly ruthless Inquisitor speech. I like you, Sir Not-So-Ruthless Inquisitor. 'Tis a real shame I shall have to kill you. Darren? What are you talking about? Well, Darren is speaking in a strange manner, apparently marveling at the sound of his own voice, tasting each word on his tongue. Either that, or the Inquisition will grip me by the throat and finally execute me. Unless they decide to lock me up in some closed facility for clerics and mages that will look suspiciously like a prison. Leota remains calm, despite the heavy toll of combat and the threat to his life. Count, you are without a doubt guilty of being in contact with a vile entity from beyond, and of concealing signs of its presence in Mendiv and the Crusade. That makes you an accomplice to all the crimes committed by this other whatever it is. Of course, Mendevian justice in all its glory. It's my duty to pass your case to the Inquisition Tribunal, but I'm certain that the judges will take into consideration your youth and the extreme circumstances under which your first encountered the entity, and they'll treat you with leniency. I seriously doubt that the death sentence will even be raised as a penalty, but... He pauses. Count, can you still use your abilities as an oracle? What does that have to do with... You can, I'm positive of it. I know how abilities like yours work. Unlike clerics, you do not gain your power by choice. You do not choose your destiny, you're simply chosen. The other, whatever it was, will choose you. Or chose you. You'll become its gateway and thus acquired your power. Now it's dead, but this power still remains with you. That means the gateway wasn't sealed with the death of its creator, hence you, Count, are an open road into the unknown, where these horrible, head-collecting entities come from. You remain a threat, and this means that there's a high probability the Tribunal will decide to send you to a closed asylum, where you will remain under the Church's supervision for the rest of your life. There must be another way to resolve this. Another way? I'm afraid there's no such way, Commander. Don't ask me to sacrifice my principles. I will never do that. The only thing I can say is that the Tribunal's verdict, no matter what it may be, will most probably not be carried out as long as active hostilities continue in the Crusade, but after they are over, we will have to step in. Actually, there is another way. You can kill me here and now, Darren chuckles, then waves his head and rubs his eyes tiredly. I'm not joking, and I'm not being overdramatic. I'm not going to that damn tribunal. I'm not going to any damned asylum. This life, the so-called life they have prepared for me, is everything that I ever hated with a little extra on top. I will not be able to live like that. I never even want to try. I'd much prefer to take one final breath as a free man than to live decades more with a noose around my neck. Do I get any say in this? Your achievements are great, Commander. Perhaps the Mendev Inquisitions Tribunal will listen to your arguments, but I can't promise anything. Darren, do you have anything to say about the gateway and the other things Leodor is talking about? Darren licks his lips nervously. Of course. Of all those assembled here, I may know the least about these creatures and what they were trying to do to me. I was simply instructed to keep my mouth shut, otherwise the next severed head would be my own, so I said nothing. I've been saying nothing for 10 long years while they used me to come and go from this world as they pleased. Oh, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there's some road inside me or where it may lead. Alas, I cannot accept what you plan to do to Darren. Darren stares at you with surprisingly sincere expression of gratitude. I do believe that was the most significant thing anyone has ever done for me. Isn't that touching? And now if you allow me, I intend to fight back as hard as I can to keep you from lawlessly murdering me. Goddess, Leodor Hawkblade takes his final stand.
Let's have some fun.
You're gonna face off against me?
Prepare yourself.
Our Smilodon just killed him.
Replenish my powers.
Well, we
The
won.
world's not ending just
It wasn't the
yet.
best ending. Leodor died, and I feel kind of bad about that. But, you know, I wasn't about to let it kill Darren. Why can't you raise... Oh, you can. Okay, good. Time to get everyone back up and cast a bunch of restoration spells on everyone. This is going to be an expensive... This is an expensive fight. The diamonds alone were quite expensive, but that's okay. We're not paying for them, because we found these. Hidden around the world. Alright, once we're all restored up, we'll take a look around if there's any loot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Actually, I think we'll just have enough restorations. Or we'll have extra restorations. 13 con damage. Oh, I forgot everyone else needs con damage replenishment as well. That's what killed most of our people, honestly. A lot of them had huge con damage and then died from it. But most of them were also held monstered or shouted so they couldn't move, or a myriad other crowd control effects that were on them. Apparently Nenio didn't have any con damage, she just died. And that's it. I think we're all good. Everyone's all healed up. Our horse did die, but that's not abnormal. The best thing is, no one ever need know what happened here today. For all the world needs to know, Leodor died fighting the other and is a hero. Time to leave.
Keep your calm.
Man, that other really hits hard. And the worst thing about him is he's a swarm, so he's really annoying to kill. Just gonna quickly check around the area for loot like we just found there.
There are many roads to success.
Yeah, swarms are annoying to deal with. Also one of the coolest looking enemies in the game, just a floating pile of skulls. And I think that's the end of the area. Alright, let's get out of here. I think that's also going to be the end of our video. We successfully defeated...
It's an odd word. Freedom.
Why did you mention freedom?
Because it is the greatest treasure, second only to life itself, which many fail to appreciate, sadly. People are so eager to shackle themselves, sacrificing their freedom, and they don't even realize it. Well, so be it. I am free now, and I, for one, do know how to appreciate my freedom.
We just killed a man for your sake.
Oh, yes. And I even feel something approaching regret. This Inquisitor didn't seem such a dreadful hypocrite, unlike the others of his kind. He died for his beliefs. Such is life. The genuinely righteous always die first. But he knew the risks. I doubt I would ever be willing to sacrifice everything I am for the sake of a stranger.
I have so many questions for you about the other and more.
Let's postpone this conversation till we are back at camp or somewhere else safe. Apologies, but I'm too exhausted now to talk about it. First, I need to convince myself that it's all over.
We have to go.
I rarely say things like this. I have never said anything like this to anyone before, to be precise. But I am amazed by everything you have done for me. I'm not sure I deserved it, but still, I am very grateful.
You're welcome. We just murdered a poor man for you, but that's fine. That's actually a fight, weirdly, that is easier if you are on real-time combat. Alright, we do have 5 champions for a group, but we're not going to bother to do that. Did we rest? Can we move our forces again? Yes. Let's do a couple of battles and then we'll call it a video there. What can we go fight? That's a huge undead army. We might be able to go kill it though, honestly. We have a pretty good army too. They've all stacked up very stupidly. A good chunk of them are dead now. Oh, damn, that actually really hurt. Okay. Those Grave Knights. Truck. Alright, our paladins are dead, but they're not fully dead. Okay, those Grave Knights are ruthless. We need to kill them fast, but they are... Actually, I'm going to move over to here. I think I can get a Fire Blast that hits all these things. We might need to do some resurrecting before we end the fight. Maybe? Yes. Definitely. We're gonna need to do that. That's fine. We'll blow up these guys. I think that's vital. And then we just won't shoot these guys. There's not that many of them. We don't want to accidentally kill them. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're below the limit. That was a little more firepower than I expected from those Graveguard. That was crazy damage. Alright. We successfully killed them. Nice. New encampment for us, and let's head this way. I don't know where this is going. A demon army with some fairly significant forces. After this battle, we'll call it a video. I think we won't have to be able to, or we won't be able to move anymore. And we're going to be low on mana as well. It's our last spell we can really cast. The Grave Knights took a big pounding there. That's good. Because they are murder machines, those things. Wait it out. Let them come to us. 5 paladins in a single hit. Okay, that's fine. There's some ghouls, but they're not that bad. Even our conscripts can kill a bunch of them in one go. Nice. How far can these guys move? Let's move to here so they can't hit us. Lost one assassin, that's fine. We're just gonna mangle this first army of zombies and then the other army of zombies. And then I think we should be good. Shooting that one. We're out of mana, so I guess we have a little bit of mana left. Might as well take down this army a little bit. 199 is pretty decent. Finishing off those zombies. $57 left. 36 left. 1 conscript dead. 6 left, and the assassin should be able to finish them. Done. We are the greatest army ever to exist. Maybe. Not really, but we're doing alright. Material points, plus 500. I guess we can keep going. We got 5 more movements. And we're going around this, like, little area here. Alright, we're stopped. I think that's where we're gonna call it. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. I'm gonna manage this place really quickly, though, and build some stuff here. This might be one of our upgraded places, possibly? Anyways, barracks, spellcaster's lodge, stables, all the big 4, and then we're done. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.